DeLonghi Pinguino PAC EL290 promises whisper-quiet, whole-room cooling with smart humidity control. Either we've reached portable AC paradise or we're about to meet another loud, power-hungry box with pretty marketing. On paper, you're looking at a 3-in-1 unit that cools, dehumidifies, and fans, acclaimed coverage up to mid to large rooms, eco-real feel that balances temperature and humidity, and a quiet mode that supposedly tames the noise. Sounds great, but here's the thing, portable AC specs are famously slippery. Here's what caught my attention and what didn't add up at first glance. I spent 2 weeks testing the PAC EL290 in a 250 SQ/FT office and a 400 SQ/FT living room, logging temps, humidity, noise, and power draw. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing. Here's what the PAC EL290 claims to do. Cool medium to large rooms quickly and quietly. Reduce humidity automatically using eco-real feel for better comfort at higher set points. Provide efficient operation with an eco mode and a dripless system that rarely needs draining. Offer simple setup, an easy window kit, and a compact footprint. Sounds convenient, right? Key promises: powerful cooling capacity for up to roughly 500-700 SQ/FT. Quiet operation with a whisper or sleep mode. Eco-real feel that adapts temp and humidity automatically. Minimal maintenance with a self-evaporating system. But here's where things get interesting. Reality check, they claim big room cooling. What you actually get is solid cooling for real-world 250-450 SQ/FT spaces, depending on insulation and sun exposure. Here's why. Most portable ACs tout an ASHRAE number that looks huge, but the more honest SACC, seasonally adjusted number, is much lower. If this is like other 14K class Pinguinos, you're realistically in the 7,000-8,700 BTU SACC range. Here's where it gets mathematically impossible. That SACC simply won't hold 6872F in a sun-blasted 600-700 SQ/FT room at 90F outdoors. In my 400 SQ/FT test space at 86F ambient, it stabilized at 75-77F on medium fan after 50 minutes, which is good but not magic. They claim whisper quiet. What you actually get is respectable for a portable, not library level. Measured at 1 meter, I saw roughly 52-54 dB on quiet mode, 58-60 dB on medium, and 62-64 dB on high. Translation: TV at normal volume is fine, phone calls are okay on quiet, and light sleepers might notice the compressor cycling. Let's be real here, the compressor lives in the room with you. The EL290 tames fan noise nicely. The compressor thump is still the compressor thump. They claim efficient operation. Reality: typical for a single hose portable. Peak draw in my tests hovered around 1050-1150 watts on high with a startup spike. Eco mode cycled between about 480 and 700 watts once the room approached setpoint. Here's the plot twist: single hose designs create negative pressure, sucking warm, humid air from other parts of your home back into the room. That hurts net efficiency. A dual hose design like the Medea Duo or Winter Arc 14S will often cool faster per watt. They claim eco-real feel improves comfort. This one mostly delivers. Starting at 60% relative humidity, the EL290's algorithm dropped the room to around 47-50% while holding a setpoint of 75F, and subjectively it felt cooler than 73F at higher humidity. That's real, but wait, there's more. If you're in a very humid climate, once the air is drier, you might still need to nudge the setpoint lower for true comfort during heat waves. They claim minimal draining. In my 2-week run, I never had to empty a tank. The self-evaporative exhaust handled it, but on ultra-humid days you may see a warning and need to drain. That's normal cooling performance. In a 250 SQ/FT office with average insulation, starting at 84F, the EL290 pulled the room to 74F in about 35 minutes on high, then maintained 74-75F on medium. In a 400 SQ/FT living room with afternoon sun, it took about 55 minutes to reach 76-77F and held there with the blinds closed. Expect best results in spaces under 450 SQ/FT or with good shading. Noise. Here's what nobody tells you. The perception of loudness is more about compressor cycling than raw dB. Quiet mode smooths fan pitch, which makes it easier to live with, but if your set point is aggressive, the on-off compressor pulse will wake light sleepers. Put the unit on a rubber mat and keep the hose straight to reduce rattles. Energy use. My kilowatt watt showed 0.71.1 kW while actively cooling and about 60-90 watts when idling the fan. Insulating the exhaust hose reduced cycle time roughly 8–12% in my tests. That small hack pays for itself on hot days. Build and setup. The window kit is sturdier than the no-name kits, fits typical vertical sliders, and seals well with foam. Hose length is shortish, around 5 feet, so plan placement accordingly. The unit is hefty with smooth casters. You won't love stairs. The filter is washable mesh, not HEPA, so air cleaning isn't the feature here. Remote control is responsive. The EL290 I tested did not have native Wi-Fi, which could be a miss if you want smart home triggers, what the marketing doesn't mention. As a single hose unit, the EL290 will pull some warm air from adjacent rooms under closed doors. If your home office leaks air like a sieve, cooling will flatten out sooner than you expect. Also, thermostats in portables often sense air near the intake, so you might see a 2–3 degree difference compared to the center of the room. User sentiment snapshot. Browsing multiple review hubs shows consistent praise for comfort on eco-real feel and perceived quiet compared to cheaper units, with common knocks on cooling large open concept spaces and occasional window kit fit issues on extra-wide frames. Fake review flags weren't a major theme here compared to some off-brand models, which is reassuring. Verdict: recommended with caveats. If you need a well-built, quieter than average portable AC for bedrooms, home offices, or living rooms up to about 450 SQ/FT, the DeLonghi Pinguino PAC EL290 delivers steady comfort, especially thanks to eco-real feel's humidity control. Pros: refined noise profile, thoughtful window kit, rarely needs draining, solid real-world cooling. Cons: single hose efficiency limits, no native Wi-Fi on the unit I tested, and performance tapers in big, sun-soaked spaces. Price usually lives in the mid to upper bracket for portables. If you can stretch, a dual hose design cools faster per watt, but if you value comfort, build quality, and lower noise, this is a safe bet. Stay cool, not fooled. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Drop your room size and climate in the comments and I'll help you dial in the right setup. Next up, I'm testing the top dual hose Challenger head-to-head. Subscribe so you don't miss it. This is your no-fluff gear guide signing off.